here's 3.
Oh,
And then 4.
okay.
More on 3, huh?
Yeah, more on
That's
3.
1, 3. There's the rest. Okay. Where do you typically feel that discomfort and that pain?
It's right, like
On
right,
that shoulder,
right there.
And you said it's on the right side,
Yes,
or is it on both sides sometimes?
on the right side.
More so on the right side.
I would say most of the time.
Okay, gotcha. Now I know you said that you play the guitar a lot, so I mean, oftentimes your posture is kind of leaning forward.
Right.
Do you tend to look down at the strings, or do you typically are you able to just play with good posture?
I think that's something I need to remind myself.
Is the
Easily you go this way, but
Uh-huh.
actually this way is always better.
Right, and that's more
Yeah.
like the classical. I know that there's like
Mhm.
the technique or posture that you try to
Right.
maintain.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, now I will tell you, I think we talked about this last time,
Mhm.
that your spine, you definitely have a lot of bulkiness on the
Right.
muscles on this side.
Mm-hmm.
It does kind of get a little more flat on this right side.
Mhm.
But even looking at the x-rays, this is where you'll notice that spine
Mhm.
goes over
Right.
to that left side,
Right.
and then it kinks over to that right. This is why your shoulder's a little bit higher on
Right.
the left, is
Uh-huh.
because it's curving this
Mhm.
way. So let's take a look at what we're going to do here.
Okay.
We might adjust the neck, but I think we're going to be looking for sure in that mid-back to see if we can clear up some of that stress here.
Okay.
All right, so before we start, we're going to go ahead and make sure we scan you each time you come in.
Mm-hmm.
So I see how things are doing and where we kind of have like a bit of a baseline here.
Okay.
And then we're going to take a look at how things are doing. Okay, so with your spine,
Mm-hmm.
what I'm probably going to have you do before I get you adjusted, I just want to get a bit of a baseline on how your range of motion is.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to have you, in just a minute, rotate your neck here.
Mm-hmm.
Just because I can tell with your spine, there's a lot of arthritis.
Mm-hmm.
And that can restrict a lot of the movement in the joints here. So I'll take a look
Mhm.
in just a minute.
Mm-hmm.
But real quick here, so this is C6,
Mm-hmm.
C7, C6, C7. Any pain or discomfort with any of those?
Well, C7 is worse than C6.
Yeah, I can tell just doing that, it doesn't move very well. What I want you to do, turn your head to the left.
Okay.
Oh wow, that doesn't move very much. Let's go to the right. A little bit better on the right
Right.
side. And then just bring your ear to your left shoulder. Nope, just bring it over to the side.
Oh, just
Oh
like
wow,
this.
okay, yeah. Okay.
That's bad.
Yeah, just go over to the right side. Much better on this side.
Ah,
One more
okay.
time to the left. Oh, no, just bring your ear to the left. There you go. Yeah, it does get more restricted on that side. I think this is not necessarily due to your neck. I
Mm.
think it's due because of the mid-back, that curvature that you have going this
Okay.
way. It stops
Mm.
you from going to that
Right.
left side.
Okay.
All right, let's see here. 1, 2, 3. Here's 3.
Oh,
And then 4.
okay.
More on 3, huh?
Yeah, more on
That's
3.
1, 3.
Both hurt, but 3
Yeah.
is worse.
That 3 is the one that's causing you to lean over to that right side
Ah,
here. So that's
okay.
what we're going to be working on today.
Uh-huh. Okay.
And then that lower back, down below here.
Mm.
Looks like that L5 right there.
Ooh.
Okay. Good. All right, that's going to be your L5. Relax, and this I'm going to roll you just a bit, okay? I won't drop you. Right there. Perfect. Dropping that shoulder. Let it go. Good. There. Okay. Good, good, good. Coming up. All right, so we're going to work on that T3 really quickly. And we're going to try to get that to open up and straighten out over this way. Okay, so arms down to the side, onto the floor. There you go, just like that. All right, we're going to go 1, 2, T3 right here. It's going to be a little sore, okay?
Yeah.
All right, breathing in for me. You're gonna let it all the way out. Dropping the shoulders, breathe. A little piece on that. A little bit more. There's the rest. Okay. All right. Deep breath for me. Let it go. all the way out. Let the stress relieve the shoulders there. I'm gonna get that C7 one last time here. I'm just gonna get a little bit of push right there, okay? And then breathing in. There you go, let it go all the way out. Okay. Yeah, that's a good start for today, man. I'm really happy with just even that small bit of progress there. We got some good movement on the spine too, so I'm really happy, especially this one right here. I'm curious to see how you're going to start to feel over the next couple days. But I think we are going to start seeing some improvement, especially with the stress that you're having on that shoulder. We got a long road ahead of us, especially with that neck though, so there's a lot going on in there. So with your spine, it literally, it kings over this way here, okay?
Right.
That T3 is the one that we're trying to work on to get that to come back over here.
Okay.
But that spine is kinked over this way, and it's been there for some time, so we're not expecting it to be a miracle and all of a sudden it's straight, but we want to start to see some improvement on that.
Right.
The spine, you have what's called a reverse curve, so instead of that curve that it should have, it's going backwards here. And this is where it gets really jammed and really stuck in there, especially with the arthritis that we're seeing. So we got some movement in there. We can definitely get some more, but right now we're just going to let that heal and get some more next time, okay? But with that, we are starting to push that spine forward, so we start to get that to start to come back into more of a neutral position here. That way the joints don't have as much stress on them, okay? And then the last one that we do is your L5. That moved really well. So the homework.
Talk about this part. Actually, I think in the last 2 weeks, I actually feel some pain on
Onto that hip and that side, yeah.
And somehow daytime is not as obvious, but I went to sleep, and when I got up at middle of the night, it's like, oops, like there's a click, like, oh.
Yeah, and sometimes that happens when you're sleeping or you're waking up in the morning. Because you're not moving, inflammation and swelling accumulates, and that can put pressure onto that joint or to that nerve. So this is why what I want you to do is I want you to get walking in. Walking is almost like a pump. It will pump out some of the inflammation in there, especially in your neck or in terms of your lower back. When you're walking, swing the arms for me. Because that will help to get the movement into the joints.
Okay.
So 15, 20, 30 minutes, just try to get some movement.
All right.
And then if you do feel any soreness with the joints, ice is your best friend. Actually, for you, you can use a little bit of heat because of how much arthritis is in the joints and the neck. So you can ice for 15 to 20 minutes, but if you feel like that's not helping, you can use some warm heat for your spine. Okay. So let's see how that does, and then when you come back in, we'll reassess and see how things are looking, and if we need to adjust the same areas or if we need to move a little bit, we'll figure out what we're going to do. Okay?
All right.
All right, man. Well, you're all set.
Okay.
Welcome to the
That's
podcast,
it?
man.
Okay.
That's it. Yeah, that's
So
it.
I thought we're gonna do some adjustment here or
No,
not?
we're going to leave that alone. We started with your L5 here.
Okay.
We're going to see how that does. When you come back in, we'll assess what's going on with the pelvis. But right now, the lower back is the one that I wanted to do on that.
All right.
Okay?
So most of the time, per session will be like how long?
15, 20 minutes is usually we get you in and out pretty quick.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So it just depends on what's happening, what's going on. And then obviously, sometimes we have more people and stuff like that. But, yeah, but 15, 20 minutes is usually how long it'll take.
But you don't really do like the whole body every time or once a week or once a month?
No, we focus on really targeted areas because
okay.
I'm looking for specific changes in the spine.
Okay.
So I don't want to just crack a bunch of stuff in the spine and hope for the best. My job is where do I find the pressure and the irritation on the joints, and then based on the extras, how do I correct it so we can start getting some pressure off of the nerves and the joint, but also get some structural change in the spine as well.
Right.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah. So we got some things to do, man. We got a long journey ahead of us, but I'm excited that you're here. I think it's a good time to come in.